Hello everyone, this is MJPW, and before I really get into this video, I do want to say I wished I filmed more of what I'm going to show you. In fact, I didn't film anything at all. I did take some pictures beforehand, and obviously you're going to see the after. But I didn't film like the process of what I was doing just because I didn't exactly know what I was going for or anything specific, anything like that. But Ghostface has a new line of masks this year, like they always do. They usually always have some kind of thing every year. Well, this year, one of the, and I say one because there's a bunch. If you missed it the other day, there is a pink Ghostface mask. You can watch that video. There's also a scarecrow, which it was all right. But, there's so many different Ghostface products that come out nowadays. It's hard to keep track. Me personally, I really like the collector masks that they do. I have the regular, like the 25th anniversary one, and the aged. Why is that weird for me to say that? Aged. It's like my mouth can't say that. AGED, from like Scream 6 and maybe 7. I don't know if they'll have that in that one. Um, but yeah. I like those masks primarily, so that's the ones that I collect. I do hope that they bring back the zombie mask. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave that up there. I used to have the Scream 4. You're probably like, get on with the video. No, I mean, come on. Let me talk a little bit. I used to have a Scream 4 collector mask for the zombie mask. And it was a really, really awesome mask, but somebody else wanted it, and somebody wanted it in their collection, probably more. I'm hoping it went to a better home than what I had it, because it was off in a box somewhere. I've always just kind of looked at it and I was like, yep, I have that thing. But there's a lot of people that can probably, complete their collection or something like that. So I didn't want to gatekeep it anymore. Anyways, let's just carry on. Ignore Discord in the background. So this is my custom mask. You're probably thinking it's not custom. It's still got the thing on there. I preserved the tabs. I was able to slip those out of the little holes that's up here. I'll show you in just a second. But this is the Ghostface hockey mask, obviously with my kind of paint job on there. To kind of give you an idea of what I did. So this is the picture of beforehand, or maybe should I say during, when I was sanding it. You can see in that picture I had already taken out the cloth that goes behind the eyes behind the eyes of the mask to hide your eyes. And I took the straps and the snaps off of there, as you can see from that picture. But, so that again was during when I was sanding it, before I painted. And then after that, I took a can of black spray paint with primer, and sprayed it all down, front and back, and all around. And then after that, coming back to here, my technique, if you didn't know, I used to paint and do up Jason masks a long time ago. I used to have a lot of fun. If you ever want to look up my stuff, it's under Toy Box of Horrors. I used to have a lot of fun, and I used to sell a bunch of those masks back in the day. But, nowadays I don't really have that kind of time. And, when you start trying to make your hobby into a business, it takes the fun out of it. So I just kind of quit doing it altogether. But I decided to take that kind of craft with this. As soon as I saw that they had a hockey mask in the store, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. And I'm gonna do my thing to it. But I took my skills from that to kind of go in at this. There was a lot of options of what I wanted to do and what I could have did. I didn't want to just paint it white again, because I think that there is a version of this that's out there. If you saw at the beginning, well, if you saw it that before picture, it had like brown, down through here and stuff, and it's kind of bumpy and it's got like a texture and stuff on it. I didn't really care for that. But there is also another one, I believe, that is just a plain plastic mask with like the black through here, black on the nose, and black around the eyes, like it should be, like a normal, what Ghostface would look like as a hockey mask, not really aged or anything like that. I didn't know that until today. But so knowing that, I didn't want to make it just, just a white and then the black in there, just like a normal Ghostface looking mask. I wanted to kind of go with an aged look. I don't know how to do the crackle paint and stuff like that. I was going to attempt it, but I was like, nah, because I don't want to go through the process of having to try and remove the paint or paint over it or anything like that. Or, I just wanted to, get it done, basically. I wanted to spend a couple hours getting that done and just be done with it. Another option of what I was going to do, because my specialty with the Jason mask, what I really liked doing, I loved doing the cuts, and I got better with them towards the end of it. I was going to do a cut and do some bumps where it was like, it looked kind of like, nasty looking, and then have blood running down it. But I wasn't too sure, because it's just like I said, it's just so many options that you could go with, which I still could do that. There's nothing stopping me from being able to do that or anything like that. But what I just did, because I don't know how to do the aged paint, I did know how to do this technique where I get like a paper towel, and then I have a little thing of paint, just white, regular acrylic paint. And I took a paper towel, not wet or anything. You might could do it different methods and maybe come out with a better result, but I really like this. I just kind of got a little bit of the paint like on the paper towel on there, and I just kind of did like that all around it. And obviously, since this was already spray painted, I mean, it was already black through here, but I spray painted it again, and it's got this nice, clean, like glossy look. But mention glossy. So after I got done with that, I spray paint, or I did the clear coat over it to seal it all in, to kind of protect it a little bit. Like I said, I did spray paint on the inside, and I did take out, which I think I mentioned that, I did take out the eye covers in here. But what I did glue those back in, and I did take out this little foam piece that's for your forehead, so it doesn't get, hurt, or so your forehead's not hurting. I glued that back in as well afterwards. And I did you can probably hardly see it. I did a little Toy Box of Horrors signature in there, just in case if I ever decide to get rid of it, which who knows, the world maybe never know. And I got the snaps back in. I'm pretty sure the cloth part is supposed to go on the outside, but to be honest, I really liked it this way. I don't know. I just kind of liked it with that vibe. You can let me know what you think. But it was a super easy thing, and you don't even have to take all the steps and stuff that I've did for this. You could literally get the mask and just start up doing the paper towel technique and call it a day if you really wanted to. You probably wouldn't even have to take out these unless you got white paint on it. That would be bad, because it would be hard to get the white paint off there. You'd have to paint that black or something like that. I do think it's weird I have these little tiny holes up here for this, but it's almost like, why didn't they just put them through there instead of making extra little holes in the mask? But I think it's great. I thought this would be a little bit better to show than just like a normal, like, oh look, this is me reviewing this mask. Yep, it looks cool. Thanks, subscribe, leave a like. No. I just figured it would be a little interesting to show you because I don't think there's a lot of people out there like rehauling these. By the way, when I keep seeing GF, well, at Walmart when we were looking for the pink mask, it said GF glitter mask or something like that, and I was like, does that mean girlfriend hockey mask? Or does that mean girlfriend glitter mask? And then it hit me. I was like, oh, Ghostface. Duh. Yeah. I didn't cover these or anything like that because they didn't. Because they were originally just black, I think. But I don't know. It just adds to the look a little bit. It looks a little cool to me, anyway. Might not be to you. You might be like, oh, this sucks. This guy, look at this guy. This guy, look at him. Anyway. We have a little bit of fun around here. Anyway, I'm stalling. But anyways, that is what I did to do a little rehaul on the hockey mask for Ghostface. Let me know if you guys are going to also do this as well, or are you going to go standard? Are you going to go with the pink mask? Are you going to get that lawn scarecrow? Are you going to get the blow up? What are you going to do? Are you going to... I don't know. You might not even go with Ghostface this Halloween. Who knows? He might be next year's Halloween. Let's be honest. He's like... He takes over, like, everybody's Halloween. Not everybody's Halloween, but he just kind of... He's involved with Halloween in some way, shape, or form. I know because he's like... Well, you know, he's because one of these... It's because he's one of these, like, top icons. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, guys. I'm losing it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.